So I'm going to show you exactly how easy it is to install Volumio on your Raspberry Pi 4. Of course, you're going to need your Raspberry Pi 4 and an SD card. I'm going to get my SD card inserted right now. So opening up the Raspberry Pi imager, first thing I'm going to do is erase. So of course, with most images, you can just go to their website and download it and install it onto your Raspberry Pi, but you don't even have to do that in this. Raspberry Pi literally has it in the imager already. Check this out. So you go to Media Player OS, boom, Volumio right there. Boom, done. Drive, right. So once that's done installing, we're gonna go ahead and insert it into our Raspberry Pi and get it booted up. All right, we got it to boot. I was worried. I was worried I completely borked my SD card. Login incorrect. Oh, okay, it has a pre-built login. Well, let's go to Google and find out what that is. Oh, it's just Volumio. If config, and we now have a 1.93. So it must just live on port 80 then, if I don't have to type a port in. Oh, now we get to the fun part.
The fun begins.
You can use it on 6 devices. Automatic sync to personal items. So you can do yearly or monthly. So what, I don't get any of this? Multi-room playback? I don't even get multi-room playback? It's all paywall? I'll see what the free experience is like, I guess. So to sum this screen up, basically what it's asking for is if I have a digital to analog converter. And obviously that converts the digital audio to analog audio. So if you really are into audio quality and really want that sound, they'll get a digital to analog converter so they can listen to it in analog and get that like accuracy, I guess. So I guess I'll just do headphones for now. I don't have anything on here, obviously. This is a fresh install. Network drives. Oh, okay, that's nice. So if I have my Jellyfin server that actually has an external hard drive mounted to it, I could also store some of my music on there also and access it from this, as long as it's a shared drive, obviously. That's pretty slick. Let's just enable all the plugin. Alarm, sleep, help, and the shop. Oh yeah, so these are like the pre-built hardware that you can buy. This is like the pre-built units you can buy. Look at these prices. These people do not play about their audio. This is crazy. Oh, built in Europe. Oh my god. Like, I gotta buy it now then. If it's built in Europe. What? You should have told me that up front. Let me get a loan out right now. All right, boom. I am logged into my Spotify account now. So these are some of my playlists that I've made, or just some that I've saved. All right, so let me get some headphones connected to my Raspberry Pi. So I got to play with Volumio for a little bit longer. I wanted to give my full impressions of it. So I want to stick to the format and give my difficulty score on it. So the difficulty score I'm going to give it is a 2 out of 5. It was not a very hard thing to set up. Once you get the software installed, you set your username and password, and then you can just load up the web GUI right then and there and start setting it up. Like, it was easier than Jellyfin, and Jellyfin was pretty easy. So now that that's out of the way, the difficulty score is the difficulty score. So I want to talk about what I expected from Volumio and what I got. So what I expected was a very similar experience like Plex or Jellyfin, just in the music world. I won't say that's not what I got. It very much was a very audio-focused version of Plex, I would say. But I thought it was going to be more of a customizable, a more open source, a more free-to-play experience, I guess you should say. So I was super excited to get into it. I was like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do this. I want to be able to stream to everywhere in my house. I want to do it at the same time. I want to do all this stuff. And what I was greeted with was a very paywalled experience. So you saw the hardware, right? They do sell hardware on the site, and you know, around $1,000 you can get this audio box. And I'm not saying that this thing is not worth what you're paying for. I just don't know who the target customer is. Going the DIY method with doing your Raspberry Pi and not spending $1,000 on their pre-built hardware platforms, you still are very, very limited on what you can do. All right, so I want to talk about just the free experience. So the free experience is you take your Raspberry Pi, you take your SD card, you install Volumio on it, you plug it in, and you basically have a glorified iPod without a screen. Maybe paywall the remote streaming, like paywall, you know, you opening a port up and streaming to another location outside of your network. Okay, you meet me halfway. But to not be able to stream within your local network unless you pay for the premium, the $15 a month premium service that costs more than a Spotify subscription, yeah, it's just not good. But what is good is the Jellyfin server I built, so go ahead and check out that video. Peace.